Hey ICA, bringing you the at-home movement demos for Tuesday, August 4th. We're gonna get started with a 400-meter run. You'll come back in from that run and drop down to the floor for some runner's lunges with a rotation. So I'll lead with my left leg, drop my right arm to the floor, and rotate up. Just get that extension in the thoracic spine and the whole body. Afterward, we're gonna take hold of our PVC and go through several different movements, starting with a strict press. So we'll take those hands just outside the shoulders, press up, get that nice extension. After that, some dislocates. Dislocates, not around the worlds yet. Just going to the hip, over the butt. Getting that range of motion. Afterward, we'll go some behind the neck strict presses. So again, range of motion here is the priority. All the way down, all the way up. Now we're going around the worlds. Keeping the arms straight, we're going 5 clockwise and 5 counterclockwise. Next up is going to be that push press. So again, hands just outside the shoulders. Get that 2 or 3 inch dip, squeeze the butt on the way up, and press overhead. And lastly, with that PVC or broomstick, we're going to be doing bent over lat pull downs. I'll hinge over, hands out nice and wide, pull back, all the way, get that squeeze in the upper back, and back up. Notice my body is in one straight line here, from butt all the way up to the hands, getting that full range of motion. I'll drop that PVC or broomstick, take hold of that dumbbell or kettlebell. We are going to do 2 rounds of 2 different movements, first of which is going to be a kettlebell swing or dumbbell swing. Just going to eye level, load the hips, get that hip extension, ride that wave of momentum up to eye level. And last but not least is going to be that 2-arm push press. So push press again, that little dip and drive. You'll give me 10 2-arm push presses. All that will take us to our daily workout, which is going to consist of 2 movements, a single arm push press and hollow rock. So that single arm push press, if you've got a kettlebell or dumbbell, you're most likely going to be resting it in that front rack position. That single arm push press, you'll dip. As you ride that wave of momentum up, you're squeezing your glutes and pressing on overhead. So the goal here again, keeping the bicep by the ear, abs are engaged at the top. After each set of single arm push presses, we'll come down to the floor for some hollow rocks, and not just some, 20 each set. We'll start in that supinated position, arms extended overhead, legs together, pressing, trying to keep my abs engaged and keep my hips and shoulders as stable as possible without moving them really at all. That's the goal. Really want to feel that in the core. 5 rounds of those movements. Then, part 2, we've got 3 rounds of 30 seconds of just a whole mess of shoulder accessory work. So I got my 5-pound plates here. We're going to start with some front raises. So we'll start at the hip, raise to eye level, and we're going for quality of movement here. Nice and slow, 30 seconds worth of work for front raises. Next up, again, 30 seconds of lateral raises. So the weights will start at my hip, I'll raise up, come down nice and slow. And that final movement is going to be a bent over rear delt fly. So I'll hinge over, keeping the low back straight. I'll come all the way up, and you'll notice there's a slight bend in my elbow. My arms are not totally straight here. We want to feel that squeeze in the upper back and the rear delts, and come down nice and slow. Again, 30 seconds there. So you'll do each movement for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds, 3 times through. After all that is said and done, we are going to get into our cool down, which will consist of 2 movements. The first is just going to be a simple cross body shoulder stretch. So I'll take my left arm, right arm over, just feel that stretch in the shoulder, and switch it up. We're going to do 30 seconds per side there. This final stretch will be on the floor, and it is going to be a shoulder with some thoracic extension. There's that word I was looking for. So I'm going to lean down on the floor, drop my legs, my arms are out to a T, and I look the opposite way my knees have fallen. We want to feel that extension in the shoulder. If you need to, you can drop it, you can come up, get a breath, and try and drop your shoulder even closer to the ground. We're going to go for about 1 minute per side there. When all that is said and done, you have completed your work for Tuesday, August 4th, and that deserves a clap. Well done, ICA. Have fun with this workout, and I will see you soon.